Hi guys, I promised I will record the video for the tools that I use to extract the broken bolt out of engine block. There's 6 of them in total that I extract out, and they come out of a 330i BMW from oil pan. So someone obviously didn't have a clue what is he doing. He probably over tight it, didn't use proper tool to set the proper torque on them, and he snapped off the head and left the studs inside the engine block. So I got them all successfully out of the block, and this is actually a tool that I use, not really much, and it's nothing is too costly here. But if you take that to a mechanic, he'll probably charge you his time and all that to get it out, of course. But I was able to get this done by myself. I didn't take it to nobody. So the first what you need is, if you do it, you would need a safety glass. It's very important to have, because you're drilling up above your head. If you do, and then have the drilling, little shaving metals will fall down on your face and most likely on your eyes. So you need a safety glass. Very important. And of course, some type of gloves. So what I use is, I need a punch. This one is spring loaded, but the manual one with the hammer, you can use it too. I don't see why not, but just if depends the location, if you can swing a hammer. But I used the spring loaded one. I can adjust it on top how much you need, but the way it works, I'm gonna just kind of punch away on this hammer and leaves this hole behind it. So a similar hole will leave in the stud. So when you start drilling, you would use the punch and basically punch right in the center of the stud. That way you can kind of drill it in the center pretty close. What this does, when you punch it in, that guides drill bit to be in the center of it. And still you have to control it on the back end, but it helps a lot to be in the center of the stud. Then you will need the extractor. Depends also on the size of the bolts and stuff that you're extracting, so it depends also to the bolt extractor which size you're getting. So this one, as you see, it didn't come like this. I actually weld this shaft on personally right into my driveway. But it comes like this. It has like 4 sides, it's notched. That way you can use a small adjustable wrench. I couldn't get nothing big in there, it was a small, because at 90% of the time you don't have a whole lot of room in the engine to work. So you gotta have something with small tools to work. So you would need adjustable wrench, punch, a bolt extractor, not the screw extractor, but bolt extractor. You're not gonna find one like this once again with the shaft, because I built this on personal. You're gonna find it like this. So, and a screwdriver. If you're gonna have a shaft on, you will need a screwdriver or socket or something. Drill bit to go through that. When you buy this extractor, and it says the size on it right here when you get it, the size of the drill bit and the size of the bolt that you're gonna be actually extracting. I did couple them this way, the way this shows us, exactly using it a little wrench. But then the rest of it, I figured it would be for me easier just to weld it. So I welded the piece on, and it was up further too, so I was able to extend this out with this shaft. I would put the shaft in this, and then on my screwdriver, and I could go up further to reach it and just extract it out of the little turn by hand. But I would not use impact or drill. Try to extract that. Will probably just strip that inside the stud, and it kind of just make worse. So I wouldn't use the drill or impact to back it up, bolt out of the engine to extract it. It has to be done manually with the hand, either with this or with the sockets, and slowly come out. So, and then depends also again location, what is it at, but I needed it this shaft, right angle, only on one arm, because it was in a way tight location. I couldn't just drill it straight, so I had to use the shaft. And once again, that's the whole reason that I buy the impact drill bits, the hex extractor would fit in that too, as you see. So all depends on location, and But you may need all this, you may not. So I needed it. So it depends the location. Then you would need a little hammer. The hammer, as I mentioned, you would need, depends the punch you use. If you're going to be using just regular punch, you would need a hammer just to top it in. But it depends if you can sink, if you have a room or not. And when you drill a hole, when you put this instructor into the stud, sometimes you got to top it with a hammer on the bottom, just to slightly, don't hit it hard. Top it just to stay in it, and then start turning, and eventually it will grab itself. Will start pulling itself into the stud, and then as it goes deeper and deeper, stud would give up and will basically just break loose, will start coming out. That's what happened with this one. You can see how deep I go. I had someone suggested to go all the way through with the drilling, but it was a little risky for me to go all the way through, and I didn't need to. It did come out. I was worried about the treads because that's a long drill to get it straight down there, and plus how far it was away from me. It was at least 10 inches away from my drill when I was drilling, so it was a big chance to go off the center. But I was able to get them all out successfully. So that's tools you would need in impact, or you would need just a regular drill with adjustable speed, or you can adjust the speed to go slow down with it when you're drilling and kind of control your center. So that's all the tools that I was using to extract the broken bolt out of engine block. And thank you for watching, guys.